Welcome to Al Stocks. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a market update on the Clover Health stock. A couple of things I would like to point out before we begin that is the US bond market is set to close Thursday and Friday. Furthermore, the stock market's going to be closed December 24th on Friday in observance of Saturday's Christmas. So happy holidays. To all my MSM course members, you know who you are. Congratulations for catching our massive short squeeze play on our private Discord channel. On December 10th, 11 days before the short squeeze began, I briefed my MSM course members on ticker symbol RELI as a massive short squeeze play. I also gave a pre-warning the day before it ran up as I saw some inflows on the volume chart. We recently saw a massive 320% gain on the stock, so congratulations to all of you that have taken part of that. You know who you are. Furthermore, before market open, we also briefed on ticker symbol BFRI, which had a massive 75% gain. We also briefed on ISPC, which saw a plus 45% gain. Now, new inflation data, more specifically the PCE price index, is set to release on Thursday, December 23rd. Now, I mentioned this price index and compared it to the CPI video in my previous Clover Health video, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. The PCE is anticipated to increase 5.7% year over year. Once it's released, I'll keep you guys posted. The Federal Reserve, money managers, venture capitalists, and long-term investors like myself keep track of this because it gives us a glimpse of what the Federal Reserve policy would look like 6 months down the line. Now, just when you think we're out of the woods in the stock market, Wall Street is looking for an excuse to crash the market. So I want to keep you updated on a couple of things. As you all know by now, there's a new COVID variant called Omicron, which is slowing down the economy. It's true that Omicron is less lethal than the Delta variant. However, it spreads 4 times as more as the Delta variant. The market is scared of these compounding cases because even if you have a less lethal virus, if more people are getting it regardless of the death rate, the deaths will be significant. Furthermore, these increased cases may overwhelm the hospital system and actually slow down the economy, leading to more restrictions both locally and globally. Restaurant, travel, and hospitality stocks are expected to take a huge hit if these outbreaks remained untamed. The good news is vaccinated people with the booster shot are safer and in fact may not experience severe illness. However, in the world we live in, we do have vaccine inequality. Countries that are developing don't have the adequate resources to vaccinate their population. Unfortunately, areas that are historically marginalized may develop future variants that may impede the process of growth that economies are experiencing with their GDP. This was evident when the WHO stated that developed countries cannot booster their way out of a pandemic. Now, a lot of investors are looking at the South Africa hospitalization rate, and it actually plunged, but the market is still not believing that that might happen in Europe or the United States. So if you wrap your head around all these market uncertainties, so far we talked about inflation and this new Omicron variant. Now, if we combine those two, especially with the recent Federal Reserve announcement, if you analyze their data, I talked about it in my past videos, we are expecting at least 3 interest rate hikes in 2022. The thing is, companies that have a lot of debt on their balance sheet, and especially if they have a horrendous debt to equity ratio, they are going to be less forgiven by Wall Street. Likewise, companies that do a share offering may not get as much demand as the stock market becomes more conservative if these inflation or Omicron strains become rampant. The beautiful part about this is Clover Health avoided this trap. They virtually have no debt. They already completed an offering when the demand was there. They have already acknowledged the current market conditions that I explained right now in front of you, which means that their eyes are wide open. God bless this Clover management team, as they specifically stated after their quiet period that this newfound capital could provide further cushion in the event COVID-19 has a larger impact than we currently expect. Furthermore, this new share offering has given investment firms an opportunity to analyze Clover Health, so we are going to expect some more analyst coverage, more specifically Deutsche Bank, SVB, Leerink, and Canaccord early next year. We already discussed this a month ago when we looked at the underwriters that were creating the share offering. Clover also expects strong growth in 2022. We also talked about, again, a month ago, how they're doubling their direct contracting lives. A lot of things are going in the right direction with the Clover Health stock. It's very clear that the management team at Clover Health has their heads screwed on tight. I love them all. They're great people, and they're fighting a strong mission. Now, I want to take a moment and I want to discuss something extremely important to me. So there's a couple of emotional ties I have with Clover Health. So I'm approximately 2 years out from graduating from medical school. I have a high interest in health equity and trying to bridge the gaps between the haves and have-nots of society. I have the privilege and luxury knowing both sides of the economic spectrum. I was homeless and destitute when I was 15, and now I'm on track on becoming an academic neurosurgeon. The unfortunate path on my journey is that I had to work 10 times as harder to achieve the normalized results, but that did not stop me. The problem that we have in this country is that we can predict someone's life expectancy based on social factors such as the color of their skin, how much money they make, where they live, literally the zip code and where they reside, and their education level. This is called the social determinants of health. If we are to call ourselves the United States of America, I firmly believe that we need to eradicate these social issues. And the only sectors I see at potentially doing that involves a mixture between artificial intelligence and technology to help us provide better outcomes for historically marginalized populations. Clover Health is poised in the right direction, and it gives family doctors and primary care physicians superpowers to destroy this great epidemic that we've experienced in our country. I understand it's before the holidays, and a lot of you guys are down, and you see red in your portfolio. But I want you to think back one moment and look at all the lives in New Jersey and future lives in Alabama that are being affected by this insurance company. These are people of color, people that have been historically marginalized, that do not have great access to healthcare. All of you, all of us are contributing to that mission to decrease the barriers in access to healthcare, to bridge the gaps between the haves and have-nots of our society, to put the needs of the patient first. So this Saturday, when you gather with your family, or in the New Year's when you make your New Year's resolution, I want you to think that your investment, not only will it 5-10x in 10 years, understand the lives that it will touch. Understand that there are people right now with chronic kidney disease, with cancers, that don't know what they're going to do with the debt they have when they're going to leave their family. Understand that you are providing solace. You are providing for this company to grow and to prosper into something that we have never seen before. I believe health equity will be eradicated. It'll take some time, and Clover Health will be the starting point of that. I am fully bullish on this company. This company has my 120% support. If you lasted this far, consider liking, subscribing, and turning on all notifications. It is an honor and privilege to provide you this information. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one.